Hello children, good morning. How are you? Fine. Hope you are enjoying my online classes. So, we have completed our first topic, life process. Now we shall be discussing today a very important topic, that is control and coordination. And under this topic we shall talk to you today neural system, the structure of neuron, and a brief idea I shall give you about the conduction of nerve impulse. So, before we discuss, let us know the neural system and what is control, what is coordination. Before that, we shall have to know what is stimulus. Stimulus. See, when someone is pinching you, you say, oh, ah, or someone is trying to put his or her finger onto your eyes, you blink your eye. Or when a bitter substance put to your tongue, you get a bitter taste. A sour taste, or sweet substance, sweet taste. How this you respond? Or all of a sudden, when you put your finger to a hot burning candle, you immediately turn your finger. How this happens? So these substances like burning ball of fire, or say pin pricking, or say some dust particle falling to your eyes, these all are what we call as stimulus. Stimulus can be external or can be internal also. So stimulus are certain agent, internal or external, which brings certain response. And this response are brought about in cooperation with different organ system, that is what we call coordination. So when we are responding towards stimulus, that is what we call our behavior is a controlled behavior, or we say this is the control. And coordination means responding of different organ in association with each other. Say for example, when you see a snake, a stimulus is the snake, external agency, you start running. So our nerve connected to our muscle and immediately we run. So that is a system, how working the nervous system, then the cardiovascular system, then the muscular system. So these systems are in coordination, joint effort with each other to bring the function. That is what we call as coordination. Now, as far as control and coordinations are concerned, there are chemical coordination and neural coordination. Today we shall be talking to you about neural coordination. When we talk about neural coordination or nervous coordination, it is in animal, not in plant. So we are talking about human being. We are having two types of nervous system. One is CNS and the other is PNS. What is CNS? Central nervous system, made up of brain and spinal cord. Central nervous system, made up of brain and spinal cord. And PNS, peripheral nervous system, present on the peripheral surface of our body. It is of two types. Further classification is there, we are not going in detail. Afferent and efferent. Afferent and efferent. Is that clear to you? Now, all the neural system whatever it is, central nervous system or peripheral nervous system, they are made up of its structural and functional unit. That structural and functional unit we called neuron. So this is the diagram of neuron I have drawn. Neuron. So this is the neuron. Now let us have a look about neuron. Neuron is having three main parts. One is cell body. This is the cell body. Cell body. And from the cell body a small, much branched part emerges. That is the dendrite. And from cell body a long tail-like part emerges. That is what we call action. Action. Now, let us have a look about the structure of cell body. Within the cell body, it is specialized structure having a centrally placed nucleus and some special type of granules. These granules are called micelle granule. So these are the granules called, these granules are called micelle granule. Micelle granule. Now, from the cell body, a tail-like, mostly unbranched structure emerges. At the juncture of this, it is slightly elevated. That part is emerging of axon part from the cell body is called axon hillock. So this is axon hillock. Axon hillock. From here the axon emerges. The axon is mostly unbranched, but at its terminal end it is slightly branched. Now the axon is covered by membrane, a medullary sheath. This is the medullary sheath. This is the medullary sheath, otherwise what you call myelin sheath. This myelin sheath is made up of a special type of cell called Schwann cell. Schwann cell. Let me label it. Schwann cell. And there are gaps between the medullary sheath. This gap is called as node of Ranvier. Node of Ranvier. Node of Ranvier. This is a brief structure about the neuron, which is the structural and functional unit of our nervous system. Now, what happens? How the stimulus passes from one part to other part of the body. Say for example, I am giving a pinch on my skin of my palm. I am giving a pinch, or my fingertip. I am giving a pinch. So how this pain I am getting? Actually, there are receptor organs present in different parts of our body. The receptor organ may be sensory receptor, may be gustatory receptor for receiving the taste, may be phonoreceptor, as I can hear the voice of someone, or someone is hearing my voice when I am speaking. You can hear my video and audio. Video you can see by means of photoreceptor present in your eyes, by means of phonoreceptor present in your internal ear. You can hear my sound of video. So these receptors carrying the stimulus to the dendrite. From dendrite, in the form of signal, it is reaching to the cell body, and from cell body it is coming to the action. And from action, ultimately it is reaching to the action terminal. The terminal end of action is slightly knob-like. This is called as, this I have drawn here little magnified form. This is called, let me rub this part now. So the end part of action, which is a nodule-like, this is called synaptic knob. And in that synaptic knob, this is the synaptic knob of one neuron, it will connect to the synaptic knob of other neuron. So this is called presynaptic neuron, and this is called postsynaptic neuron. Now there is a gap, microscopic gap, and the gap varies from one, that is presynaptic neuron, to postsynaptic neuron. This transmission of nerve impulse can be of two types. In brief, I tell you, in your class 10 standard, only brief you require. That is, one kind of transmission of impulse is through electric impulse. Or electric transmission. And the other is chemical transmission. In case of human being, the transmission is mostly of chemical mode. So how it is taking place? When the signal is coming to the end of the action, it releases a chemical. That chemical is called neurotransmitter. So let me write here, rub this part. That is called neurotransmitter. This neurotransmitter is nothing but a chemical called acetylcholine. This is the chemical which is accumulated in the form of a vesicle, and this vesicle is called synaptic vesicle. At the synaptic knob, this is called synaptic. So this chemical transmission we are talking about, synaptic vesicle, which is carrying the neurotransmitter. When it comes to the membrane of the synaptic knob, it diffuses out. And in the postsynaptic neuron, this is the postsynaptic neuron, this is the presynaptic neuron. In the postsynaptic neuron, at the synapse part, there are receptors. These are the receptor. This receptor will receive the acetylcholine neurotransmitter and they will open up the protein channel. Now the channels are open for the postsynaptic neuron, and it is through this postsynaptic neuron then the acetylcholine comes to the postsynaptic neuron, and in that way from one end to other end throughout the body, in the form of chemical messenger, that is, the impulses are transmitted. Suppose the impulse has to transmit to the muscle. So here I have given the figure of the muscle. So in that way, through the neurotransmitter, it will come to the muscle and the muscle will start contraction. Suppose in case of electric signal, what happened? This is the action. I have drawn a figure of action here in the simplified form. It is having axolemma. Within the action there is a plasm called as exoplasm, that is nothing but protoplasm in the cell. So the neuron is nothing but a cell. Within the protoplasm, what you call exoplasm, the concentration of potassium ion is more. Why? Because sodium ion are impermeable to enter into the channel. Sodium ion are not allowed. Sodium ions are impermeable to pass through the channel. As a result, outside there are more sodium ion and inside there are more potassium ion. Why? Because of the membrane of this action is permeable to potassium ion. So potassium ion enter inside. It is little more of your discussion. In your NCERT textbook it is not there, but for your little more information I am giving you. So the more potassium ions are entering inside. So now there is a accumulation of potassium ion inside, and apart from that, these potassium ions are positively charged ion. Apart from that, there are negatively charged protein inside. Negatively charged protein inside. Negatively charged protein inside. Is that clear to you? When the nerve is at rest, now that is what you call resting potential. When the stimulus comes, say for example pin is pricking to your skin, or someone is trying to put the finger onto your eyes, these are the stimulus. Then the channels open up and now sodium ion enters inside and potassium ion comes outside. For entry of 3 sodium ion, 2 potassium ion goes outside. As a result, the concentration of potassium ion in that case outside increases and sodium ion inside increases. So there is a change in the charge. More amount of positive charge outside deposited. Earlier it was more amount of positive charge inside, and outside now, because of the movement of potassium ion, more accumulation of positive charge taking place, whereas inside there are more amount of negative charge because of the accumulation of sodium ion is there, although it is having positive charge, but negatively charged proteins are there. So due to this difference of charge, the electric current flows. This is how from one end to another end it will flow, and ultimately it will reach to the action terminal. And now the acetylcholine will release. In that way, the nerve impulse from one part to other part of our body are carried, and we are getting the different response. Means we are showing our behavioral response. Say for example, if I get a stimulus of snake, immediately the stimulus received in that way is passed through the muscle, and I start jumping, running, moving away, or say taking out of finger. Is that clear to you? So I have discussed in detail about the structure of neuron, the unit of nervous system. We are having CNS and PNS, central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system made up of brain and spinal cord. Peripheral nervous system have afferent nerve and efferent nerve. Further classification is there in This is beyond of your discussion in this level. Then how the nerve impulse in the form of chemical signal through acetylcholine neurotransmitter is transmitted, or in the form of electric signal how it is conducted. But in case of human being, it is the chemical messenger through which chemical transmission of nerve impulse taking place. But I tell you, chemical mode of transmission of nerve impulse is a bit slow process, whereas electric mode of transmission of nerve impulse is a bit fast process. In next class, we shall discuss in detail about the structure of brain. With this, for today, thank you and have a good day.